Supporters say that having more charging stations and more electric vehicles in the city's fleet isn't just good for the environment. They say it makes good financial sense, too.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Mayor Greg Fisher signed the executive order on the hood of one of 3 electric cars the city already owns. He's directing the Metro government to prioritize purchasing electric cars for its fleet, along with charging stations.
This is about making smart financial choices that also benefit the health of the residents and the world around us, and it's part of us doing our part.
The city estimates the initial investment could be $5 to $10 million. That could be paid for through grants and possibly federal stimulus money. In the long run, Fisher says electric vehicles will save the city money compared to gasoline and diesel vehicles. Other city leaders say there are more important issues.
So first of all, this city has a myriad of huge problems that we should be prioritizing and tackling, not the least of which is our homicide and shooting rate.
Republican Council member Anthony Piagentini questions whether electric cars will really save that much money.
Look, if there's a proven ROI and he can come with a definitive study that shows us precisely how much money versus precisely what type of ROI, I'll look at it, we'll absolutely consider it. But I haven't seen that. My caucus and many of my Metro Council colleagues have not heard anything about this until today.
The Metro Council's budget chair, Bill Hollander, says the mayor's move is in perfect step with a council resolution passed last year calling for the city to become more sustainable.
We knew that it meant more than just a resolution, more than just a statement, but it would take action. So we're delighted to come here today and see additional action as we move forward on a clean energy future.
Mark Vanderhoff, WLKY News.
The mayor's executive order also calls on any company that has contracts with the city with more than $1 million to reduce their carbon footprint, and he asked them to show the city how they plan to do that.
Tonight, police are trying to identify a man connected to a deadly shooting in the California neighborhood. James Yearby was shot and killed on 17th Street near Oak Street last month. Today, police released a photo of a man they are looking for. They say, and did not say, how he was involved, but wrote that they are trying to identify him. If you know who it is, call the police tip line. Sorry, we don't have that photo for you as promised. 574-LMPD. Police have arrested a Scottsburg woman after investigators say a 4-year-old had lice so bad she almost died. Cheyenne Singh faces multiple neglect charges. Officials say the girl was taken to a hospital last month and nearly died. Because of the lice, it had been feeding on her blood for so long. Hospital officials say that her blood protein levels were the lowest they had ever seen. A 6-year-old sibling also had a severe case of lice, but was released from the hospital. Singh is set to be back in court tomorrow morning.
A southern Indiana man is accused of molesting 2 young girls. State police troopers arrested 48-year-old Kent Kahlur. They launched an investigation in January last year after 2 kids came forward to say they were inappropriately touched at a house in Madison. ISP says both victims were younger than 14. Prosecutors filed 2 charges for child molesting. Kahlur was arrested Wednesday and was booked into the Jefferson County, Indiana jail. A Nelson County teenager who was killed in a car crash will be laid to rest tomorrow. 18-year-old Draven Greenwell was driving Tuesday morning when he crossed the center line and hit a semi on Highway 245 near Spencer Mattingly Road. The truck driver was not hurt. Greenwell died at the scene. He was a senior at Nelson County High School and just weeks away from graduating.
There's not going to be a cap and gown. There's going to be an empty spot, and it'll never represent the empty spot that's in my heart and in my family's heart.
Nelson County High School has not yet said how they plan to honor Draven at their May 28th graduation. The principal described him as a joyful and hardworking student who was well liked by teachers and classmates. A survey of nonprofit organizations in Kentucky reveals improvements can be made when it comes to diversity.
WLKY's Alexis Matthews shares the findings and what's being done to make progress.
Racial tensions in 2020 forced the Kentucky Nonprofit Network to take a look within. Are the state's organizations diverse, inclusive, and do they reflect the communities they serve?
For over 100 years, Alexis, we've been investing in the humanity and the potential of every single person in our community.
Metro United Way is one of the 120 nonprofits who responded to a survey by the Kentucky Nonprofit Network that aimed to collect data to measure the concept of diversity among the state's organizations.
I'm proud to say that we have bi-monthly trainings that focus on not only racial equity, but also LGBT issues, how to be more inclusive, racial bias.
Though the Louisville-based nonprofit prides itself on furthering its equity efforts both internally and within the community, other organizations can work to improve their practices.
When I think about the results of this survey, though, two things really stand out to me. Like the rest of our nation, we have a long way to go.
Small organizations, which make up 83% of Kentucky's nonprofits, were least likely to have diverse staff or a board member of color. They also did not have a racial equity strategy, and only 11% of the respondents reported being a nonprofit leader who was a minority.
Over half of those same respondents requested support. We saw requests for support ranging from board diversity to staff training on best practices.
The KNN has created a task force to work directly with Kentucky nonprofits, creating actionable steps to move the diversity needle. It's a model to educate, advance, and empower the organizations, creating a more inclusive community for all Kentuckians.
For racial equity, there is a need. Now, the work ain't charity, but it is a cause. And together, we can fix these issues here in Kentucky.
Alexis Matthews, WOKY News.
Nonprofit leaders from all but 2 of Kentucky's 120 counties responded to the survey.
Digging for hidden gems. Coming up next at 6, discover how a pandemic hobby has turned into a new business for an Oldham County couple.
Right now, this is WLKY News at 6.
U of L is moving forward with plans to hold graduation ceremonies this weekend. Instead of hosting 2 indoor events, there will be 3 outdoor ceremonies at Cardinal Stadium, and they'll be held rain or shine. Students who graduated last year are also invited to attend. More than 2,300 grads are expected to cross the stage. A limited number of guests will be in the stands to cheer them on. The first one is tomorrow night at 7.
The Kentucky Humane Society says an effort to encourage pet adoptions is is fully booked. The organization joined the national Empty the Shelters event that runs through Saturday. This is the first adoption event for the Humane Society since the pandemic started. But appointments are still required to stop by the shelter. But those appointments are fully booked. Officials say in the first day, 11 animals were adopted. An Oldham County couple discovered a new hobby during the pandemic, which could keep your kids busy digging for treasure this summer.
WLKY's Alex Durham looks at the unique discoveries you can find at Little Big Gem Mine and Rock Shop in LaGrange.
Little Big Gem Mine and Rock Shop will give you a little sense of adventure as you mine for dozens of fossils and treasures.
One thing that's really cool is it's a different experience every time, and you're never going to get the same thing in a bag, and it's just always super fun to see what you get.
Digging for gems on a 30-foot sluice. You never know what you'll find.
And there's like fossils and shark teeth and arrowheads, and they're all just like really cool.
This is Little Big Gem Mine and Rock Shop in LaGrange. It sits on a small portion of Lisa Williams and Garnet Morgan's 350-acre farm. This land has been in the Morgan family for several generations.
At one time, their holding was about 1,800 acres, 200 acres at the Morgan Conservation Park.
The pair started creek walking during the pandemic to stay active and away from people.
Along the way, we would find beautiful geodes and fossils, and I thought, how nice to share this with kids.
Morgan is a talented woodworker and craftsman. He built this sluice in no time using wood from the property, giving kids plenty of room to dump out their mining rough and discover the hidden gems.
And they'll have to get their hands wet and a little dirty and pour their bag into the little sifting screen.
Shining emerald, amethyst, and fool's gold. The grandkids, Tess and Arden Blyfer, have now mined a few times, but the excitement of discovering new treasures will never get old.
A lot of the time there's like really big ones that are like really cool, and every time I've watched somebody do it, I don't think I've ever seen somebody get the same big gem.
Alex Durham, WLKY News.
Williams and Morgan also offer guided ATV tours.
A virtual 100-mile run is gearing up to start next month. Lou to Lex starts June 1st. It lets you run the distance from Cardinal Stadium to Kroger Field in Lexington. You can track your progress on the race website, and once you reach 100 miles, you'll get a T-shirt and a medal. Money from the race will go to help shelter animals in Kentucky.
This is Teacher Appreciation Week, so some local educators had a special surprise to thank them for their hard work. A trailer passing out a variety of popcorn stopped by Coleridge Taylor Elementary. Froggy's Popcorn parked its Snack Shack in the parking lot to thank teachers for their efforts. Staff say they're overwhelmed with the show of support after a difficult year.
Well, it's so nice to be appreciated. It makes you feel so good. Just fills your bucket up with lots of love. It is very different for sure with the masks and social distancing and everything, but we're making the best of it, and our kids are really enjoying it, and so are we.
There were cheddar and caramel flavors for teachers to choose from.
Now, your WLKY weather with Chief Meteorologist Jay Cardosi.
All right, after a dry day filled with a lot of sunshine earlier, the clouds have thickened up, and now the rain chances really starting to go up as well. Not much in Louisville just yet. Maybe a few sprinkles the far west and southwestern corner of Jefferson County. But you can see this rain is closing in quite rapidly, moving off towards the east and also the southeast. A few rumbles of thunder embedded within this rain shield. Again, we don't have any warnings or watches, but what this band of rain is going to do, because the air is so dry, the rain is going to drag down some cold air from aloft and actually cause some pretty decent winds across the area. From near Louisville and Corydon and points off to the south on the leading edge of this rain, wouldn't be a bit surprised to see wind gusts anywhere from 30 to 40 miles per hour, perhaps even a little bit higher than that as you work south of the parkways, at least for a brief time. On top of that, we're in the 60s now, but as these showers roll in, you will quickly drop into the 50s at any one location once that rain begins. All right, outside right now in the metro, cloudy skies, darkening clouds as well as those showers near. We're still at 65 degrees in town, humidity 37%, a southwest breeze in here at 14 miles an hour. So here's your forecast for the evening. Low 60s at 7. We'll slip into the 50s, no doubt, as we move deeper into the evening hours. Rain up until about 9, 10 o'clock tonight. The chances will be there. and then those rain chances will drop off as we'll clear out those skies as we get closer to the midnight hour. You can see this system fairly narrow. A couple of bands of rain and a few thunderstorms rolling in from the northwest, being kicked off by a reinforcing shot of cool air. Boy, here it is, early May, and we're still talking about temperatures well below average. Get used to this pattern. It's going to be around for a while. Keep the umbrellas close by, keep those jackets close by, as a very cool, unsettled weather pattern looks to be around at least for the next week to 10 days. As for this evening, here we go. Here come the showers pivoting across the area. Winding down late this evening. We'll clear out the skies after midnight. We wake up to sunshine on your Friday morning. It'll be pretty for the better part of the day. And then the clouds reappear in the late afternoon, and even a couple of more rain showers and rumbles of thunder will be possible by this time tomorrow. So just keep those umbrellas close by, as I mentioned. High temperatures tomorrow, a lot like today, low and middle 60s across the area. Will we dry out for Mother's Day weekend? I don't think so. Saturday looks to be the pick of the weekend. Maybe a little bit of sunshine in the morning, and then rain chances will increase late day, becoming likely Saturday night. And it looks like those rain chances will be quite high. Even a couple of thunderstorms may try to mix in on Mother's Day. So here's our forecast for this evening. Scattered showers and a few rumbles of thunder. 60s back into the 50s quickly once the rain begins at any one location. We wake up to sunshine, though, in the morning. It'll be cool and dry. Climb into the middle and upper 60s by late tomorrow afternoon. Another chance for a shower or storm by this time tomorrow. Again on Saturday. It does look unsettled on Mother's Day. And as we look ahead to next week, Vicki, Rick, I just can't find any warming. The warmest day, Mom's Day, at 70. The average high is 75. We're not going to sniff that the way it looks right now, at least for the next week to 10 days.
Make your indoor plans.
Yeah, good advice there.
Thanks, Jay.
Sure.
Making a record run and hoping for a national title. Up next at 6, see how a U of L team is making history for the program.